Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video today we're checking out 10 untranslatable Swedish words. So I love just learning about different countries, cultures and different languages. So we're going to find out what these Swedish words mean. And I've seen some words in Swedish that are like super long and look very complicated. So we're going to see if any of these are super long and just see what they kind of mean. So let's get right into the video for today and go check out the original creator. His link will be down in the description down below if you happen to enjoy this video. So let's get right into it. Let's go.
Hi guys, I hope you're having a splendid day out there. And welcome. Today we're going to go through 10 untranslatable Swedish
Okay, I'm excited to see these words. Let's go.
And by untranslatable, I mean a Swedish word that cannot be translated into English. Of course, there are different variants of translations into other languages, but we're talking about specifically English today. Shall we go through the list? Yes. So the first word is vabba. Vabba is a verb meaning to take paid time off work to take care of your sick child. Notice
Paid time off work to take care of your sick child. So I guess that's like parental leave, but normally that's when you first become a parent. I don't think that you'd get paid time off work to take care of your sick child. I guess you just take that as regular sick leave, unless you're like child super ill and you need a lot of time off. Then I'm not really sure what you do in that situation.
paid time off. Vabba comes from the abbreviation VAB, which stands for vård av barn.
But yeah, we don't have a word for this.
Child. And has later become a verb. I'm gonna go home and vabba today. I won't come into work, but I'm gonna still get money for it. The next word is vaska. This is
another
a
VA.
Strange word. Vaska means that you pour an expensive liquid down the sink, hence the name vaska. Sink in.
Huh? That's a weird one. I guess it's just to like say, oh, this is so expensive that I don't care about the cost. Like kind of just to flex on people, I guess. But yeah, that's really weird.
Swedish is vask. And to vaska is, for example, to pour a bottle of champagne into the sink to display your wealth. It's a little bit weird. I don't know how often it happens nowadays. It was a bit popular a while back for people to do that, but I really hope that this is not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Next word is a word I'm sure you're familiar with, and that is fika. Fika
I've heard
is a
that
very
word, yeah.
Swedish word, I would say. Fika is when you have a cup of coffee and a cinnamon bun, or just take a time off to just talk with somebody. It's very difficult to translate, as you can hear. It can mean several things. It can mean having a date with somebody. It could mean just having time off work. But in most of these cases, there's gonna be coffee involved, or tea, or maybe a bun or something, which is why we all love fika.
So is it just like taking a snack, like a meal? Like I don't really get it. It's just like having a meal. I'm a bit confused.
So much. The next word is also a word I think you've heard of. Lagom.
I haven't heard this
Lagom
one.
is a word that means not too much and not too little. It's just perfect
just
in the
right,
middle.
yeah.
And I think lagom is a word that pretty
Lagom.
much symbolizes Sweden. We don't want to stand out. We just want to be just perfect and don't make too much noise and not too little noise. It's just lagom. It's a good word to know. The next word is löpsedel. And this is a little bit of a tricky word. Löpsedel means the front page of a newspaper.
Lopsedel. I think I said that completely wrong, but newspaper headlines. Yeah, we don't really have I just guess headline, like, or advertise. No, because billboard advertisement is different to a headline. Headline? Like, ain't that a translation?
Paper that hangs outside of stores, you know, the ones that you can also call billboards. But if you do a Google search on billboards, you will also find those big billboards with the commercials on them. Löpsedel specifically means those front pages of the newspaper. So it's a bit of a tricky word, maybe.
Front page. Headline's kind of close, but that's just like the text, so I don't know if we do have a word for this one. It might be on something here.
Not 100% not untranslatable, but it's still a unique word. The next word is snusa. I bet you've heard
I
about
like that.
snus. Snus is a moist tobacco that you put under your lip, your upper lip.
Oh, okay.
And should not be confused with snuff, which is a dried tobacco. Att snusa means to actually put the snus under your lip. It is a very difficult word to translate. Sometimes when I talk about it in English, I realize that there is no real translation for this word, so you have to use the word snusa. Kind of talk some kind of a Swinglish variant. I don't know. It's difficult. But it's a good word to know that people use it. The next word is panta.
Haven't heard
Panta
this
is
one.
a little bit of a tricky word as well. It basically means to recycle bottles, but you get money back for them.
Oh, we don't have this in the United Kingdom, man. I've seen this actually. This is so cool that some countries do this. Man, it'd make life so much easier. And you actually get paid for recycling. It would definitely help clean up the environment, and it'd definitely do a lot of good for the world, man. Especially
in Sweden,
over here.
Most of the cans and plastic bottles have so-called pant on them, meaning that when you recycle them, you will get a little bit of a
That's
money
so
back,
cool.
just to give
I'm
you something for
jealous.
actually recycling these bottles and not throwing them into the nature. And the act of doing this is called panta. The next word is blåsväder, and this is yet another a bit of a tricky
Blåsväder.
word. Blåsväder literally means windy weather, but is mostly used by medias to describe when something is going bad for someone or something. For example, imagine this löpsedel. Nackagubben is in blåsväder. Said a bad word on the internet. Would you have bought that newspaper? The next word is a word that I brought up earlier in one of my Swedish words of the week, and that is orka. Orka means to cope or have the energy to do something, but it's not
To cope. That's quite a funny one. I like that, orca. That's a nice word, to have the energy. But they're two, like, very different meanings. To cope and to have the energy is very different, like, completely opposite, if I'm being honest.
those words entirely. It's something different. For example, you could say, "Do you orka play games with me?" No, I don't orka. The word could also be used by itself, like orka, meaning that you really don't orka. And the final word of today is harkla, which is a
Harkla.
verb meaning to clear your throat before, for example, having a speech, like
Oh, yeah, you need to do that, yeah.
that is to harkla. And of course, there's
Harkla.
the translation to clear one's throat.
Yeah, but that's just
we
a
actually
word.
have one word
Yeah.
that describes this action, which is pretty interesting, actually.
To be fair, there should just be a one word for that. Like, I think they're kind of on something there.
Fan sitter du och säger?
Alright guys, those were 10 untranslatable Swedish words, and I hope you learned something here today. If you want more of these untranslatable words, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do, pretty much. I hope you had a splendid time here together with me, because I had a splendid time together with you. And until the next time I see you and your pretty face, have a splendid day. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I really like this guy. He seems like a cool guy. And there were some 10 untranslatable Swedish words. So I like the one about clearing one's throat. That should be just one word. And paid sick leave for a child, that's a really good thing as well. Like the fact that they do that over there. And recycling the bottles, man, we really need to get paid for that. And it would just encourage a lot of people more to recycle. I mean, I recycle anyway, but it'd be nice to get paid for it as well. So I love learning just different languages, seeing common Swedish words that, like, we don't really have a word for them. It's just kind of crazy to see the differences in the language. So if you guys want more reaction to Swedish, Sweden and all that, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.